There is so much to do and only so much time to do it in. Hey everybody, this is Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. We've talked a lot about prepping on this channel, a lot about different things to do, a lot of ideas I've tried to throw your way to empower you to do better. We all know the world events, the powers that be that are pushing us into a war so they can make more money and have more control, more power, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All these nations going at each other. It's just, that's what's going to go on. I mean, we've had this, this thing going on the last couple of years, Yeah, it's real, but, it's not anything like what they're trying to make it. What I feel is the next one coming is going to be a lot worse. Also, the whole World War thing. Also, the Civil War thing. Also, how divided we are as a people. Also, shortages. Citrus shortages. Tire shortages. Because of the stuff that it takes to make tires, they're going to be a lot more expensive and a lot more difficult to find, probably by next year. Then you got the corn. Then you got the potato harvests. Then you got the fact that rice isn't being exported by a lot of countries now, etc., etc., etc. Same with wheat. There's a lot of stuff out there. A lot is going on. We can only do what we can do. We only have so much time in a day. We only have so much money in our wallets and our bank accounts. A lot of people, we get overwhelmed. People tend to get overwhelmed with everything going on. Stay calm. Just stick in there. Prep a little every day. I used to say that all the time. I haven't said it in a while. I don't know why. Just like I used to tell people that make the point that prepping is living insurance, because it is. And making preparedness a way of life is very important. If you notice the red on my hands, no, I didn't kill anything. I was dicing up beets and throwing them in the dehydrator. So no, I wasn't slaying any animals today. But anyway, yeah, doing things like that. Dehydrating foods, freeze-drying foods, canning foods. And it doesn't have to be the stuff you grow. It can be going to the grocery store. While, yes, we see increased prices right now, they're only going to get worse. So if you buy a bunch of food in bulk, then bring it home, dehydrate it, can it, cook it up, freeze it, freeze-dry it, whatever methods you have is a good thing to do, a good start. Food, we have to eat. Water, we have to drink. Then there's the things that, another thing I didn't mention, upcoming election cycle. And the increased tensions that are going to be around that, no matter who wins. Some people are going to be mad about it, no matter what, whichever way it goes. So there could be violence regarding that. There could be chaos. There could be rioting, looting, and burning of cities, and etc., like we saw in the recent past. Being situationally aware is very important. Being fit is very important. These are all things to think about and to take action on. You can't just keep putting off things like fitness. Say, oh, it's too difficult, or, I'm going to do this instead. Trust me, the more fit you are, the harder you are to kill, the more effective your body will be at doing the things that you need to do. Whether it's carrying your food storage, loading up your vehicle to bug out, or if it's working in the garden, or if it's out patrolling, or if it's out foraging, or if it's out hunting or fishing or something like that. Fitness is key. But there's a lot more to it obviously also. I feel that spiritual fitness is very important. It's very important to me, as well as mental fitness. That's what's going to get you through. Your mind is what's going to get you through difficult situations. Anybody that's been in a survival situation, life or death, this is what got them through it. Their mental capacity, their mental ability to make effective decisions quickly in a dynamic and ever-changing environment. Sometimes a high-threat environment. Sometimes under imminent threat. Sometimes it's just your ability to process stuff quickly. That's very important. The mind is your most powerful weapon next to God. And he is not going to do it all for us. He didn't build the ark for Noah. He's not going to fill your pantry with food. He may give you the talents that you need to earn money to buy the things to fill your pantry, but he's not going to my food storage stuff is not magically going to appear because God put it there. We have to do our part. You guys know this. A little every day. Every time you go to the store, just like every time I go to the store, I buy a case of waters to supplement my other water storage. Tribe. Your groups, your families, your friends, your neighbors, whoever it may be. Vitally important. We just had a really good tribe meeting last night. You'll see this video in a couple days, so it'll be a couple nights ago. But where we talked about all the different skill sets we have, working together, being there for each other, cross-training and teaching each other, as well as the skills and abilities that we can have available to us based on the experiences and knowledge and skill sets of others. We can't do it ourselves. I gotta check the time. Yep, we're good. I can't do it myself. I don't know everything. Far from it. Nobody can know everything. Nobody can do everything by themselves. I can't even do one simple thing, which is a very important thing, especially if the world turns into chaos. I cannot effectively by myself set proper security on any location. It doesn't matter where I am. It doesn't matter my skill sets. It doesn't matter my tactical capabilities. It doesn't matter my armament, how many defensive tools, how many seeds I have. It doesn't matter. I cannot do it by myself. That's why I have tribe. That's why I recommend you do the best you can to build tribe. I get emails all the time. I get comments all the time. I see it. People want help getting tribe. Well, you got to do it. You got to get out there. Go to places where people that are like-minded go. Like canned food aisles, the prepper foods, like the frozen, freeze-dried food buckets, the sporting goods sections of stores, defensive tool stores, defensive tool places where you go and you pew them, And God, I'm so sick of it. I hate this. I hate the fact that I have to speak to you using code words. This is so stupid. This is the United States of America. I fought and served my country for 20 years. I shouldn't have to worry about this kind of stuff. It really upsets me. But we are where we are. And if you want to be part of the solution, not part of the problem, like I want to be, I want to fix this. I don't want it to sit by. What do I care about the most important to me? My family. That's why I prep. My family, my tribe. But there are bigger implications of what's going on in the world around us. I could care less about the other countries. I could care less about Europe, Asia, all this other stuff like that, all the tensions and stuff, people fighting each other. I care less about Ukraine. I don't think Russia's good guys, and I know Ukraine aren't good guys. So it's two guys I don't like fighting each other. So what? Who cares? Yeah, good people suffer, though. That does suck. That part sucks. The fact that, a little note on that, the country that God invaded is so corrupt. It was one of the most corrupt countries in probably the world. Definitely in that area of the world. So, whatever. I really, like I said, whatever. Prep now. Get stuff now. Do the best you can. Don't procrastinate. Prioritize preparedness. All that money you have in the bank, well, I'm not telling you to take it all out and buy preps, but 401ks, mutual funds, all this stuff like that, your stocks, your bonds, whatever, all that stuff, that's going to be meaningless. That's going to be worthless when they go to this whole new digital currency stuff, social credit scores, and or the collapse of the economy, the collapse of the fiat currency that is worth nothing. It's not. It's just a piece of paper saying the U.S. government says that it's worth something. Okay, and it's not a tangible good. It doesn't actually have value. It's just printed off and printed and printed and printed. It's a debt. It's an IOU. So yeah, I don't count on that. I don't like that. Do I still use it? Of course I use it because it can get me the things I need right now. It's all about making use of the tools you have at hand when you have them at hand and when the situation dictates. Just like silver and gold. I don't do a lot of silver or gold, but I do have it because I know that it's going to be useful in the interim. Like when we start a collapse or the slow slide or in the very beginning of a collapse. It will, because some people will still think that there's value in it. So those people may give you things that have actual value for these things, like these metals that don't really do anything for you other than the fact that, I mean, they've held value throughout the course of humanity. But, well, can you eat it? You know, stuff like that. Anyway, I know there's arguments on both sides. I'm not really getting into that. The fact is that food, water, the ability to get food, those are the really important things. Seeds of both kinds. My seed stockpile, speaking of the kind you put in the ground and grow, is fairly extensive. Some people would probably blow their mind how many seeds I have. Some people would be like, oh, that's all you got? And I don't envy, but if you looked at my seed pile and your stockpile and you said that, you know, oh, that's it, I'm proud of you then, because that's an amazing deal. But along with that also is the skills to go along with it. You can't just have seeds and think I'm going to garden when the things fall apart. You know, you got to do it now. You got to do the best you can. We just have, like I said, yeah, it just comes down to it. Do the best you can. Get what you can now. Provide for your family and your tribe. Don't forget, please, to subscribe. Hit that thumbs up. The little heart with a thanks in it is super thanks. If you want to help donate to the channel. Oh, while I'm talking about that, let me talk about something here. Somebody made a comment. It was, I don't know if it was because I was talking about Patreon or the super thanks or whatever, something like that. They're like, oh, well, you know, you already admitted to being set up financially, you know, so I was like, you know, I don't think that that's something worth doing. Okay, set up financially because we're extremely frugal, and we have tribe that helps us with things. I am by no means, no stretch of the word, wealthy at all. We are definitely, we're not middle class even, not even close to middle class. So anyway, just wanted to say that. We still find ways to prep. You've seen, if you've watched my channel for a while, you've seen my redneck compost pile made out of scraps of stuff laying around. Almost all my raised beds are made out of logs and scraps and stuff that I dug out of the woods with my bare hands and through the sweat and blood of my work. And I make do with a lot of stuff. I figure stuff out. Not wealthy whatsoever. So let's just put that one to bed. And your donations, your help is greatly appreciated. I'm not trying to guilt trip you at all whatsoever. You do what you feel is right in your heart. But I love you guys. I like being here. I'm not about making money. Yes, it does help. But that is not even close to the main reason or any reason why I'm here doing these things for you guys. Because I do actually care about you guys. Anybody that's watched the channel for any length of time knows this. But have a wonderful day and blessings to you and yours.